Now, I was just on a private session with a client, and the private client was sharing her income goals and also her income wins for May. And then she kept saying, well, it's not just about the money. It's not just about the money. And I thought, well, why is making it about the money bad? Why is it that we have this thing where if we lead with the money or have a focus on the money, we're bad, greedy, guilty, whatever? What I do know is that there's a lot of powerful medicine women that financially are struggling. If their dog needed to go to the vet and have a $3,000 surgery out of the blue, they would struggle, they would freak out. If their kid had something that came up and they really needed it and they're like, Mom, we really need this, they would be struggling, stressing, not know what to do. I see these memes circling the internet that say things like this: peace of mind is the new wealth. Peace of mind or is, my money. Try not having money for rent and keeping peace of mind. Now that's a great spiritual practice, but why can't we have both? Why can't we have both? So as I was unpacking this with my client, we were having this conversation and I said, what if you made money a spiritual practice? Because this is what I teach. What if you made money a spiritual practice and you looked at all the ways, now catch this, hi Drea, what if you looked at your money and thought, I want to look at all the ways in my ancestral lineage that people suffered because they didn't have money. Whether they were fighting, whether they worked until their deathbed, whether they were stressed, whether they couldn't afford the care that they need. I've had 2 grandmothers put in homes for people that don't have money to afford the good homes. I am not having this for me. I'm not having this for my family. So I had to decide that I was going to look at money differently, and I'm going to stand in my power that I know that I am gifted spiritually, and not because somebody is more gifted than another. I just decided to wake up and start using my powers. This is what I teach to my people. Now, because I knew that, I sensed that there were some things in the spiritual community where it's like, we want to be of service. And if you're of service, you're not about money. But what I teach is that you can be about both. And if you've read my new book, my $10,000 workbook, I don't have it. I teach about having things that are for free, for a fee and for free. You might just get tongue twisted like this when you're doing lives. You know what? We're just accepting it. So I teach about this because you got to do both. I definitely want to be of service. If you go listen to my podcast, you'll find a lot of things that I invest my money into that I want people to be able to receive and have shifts. And I know people that listen to my podcast religiously. Can I speak today? Let me pause. People that really listen to my podcast and they write me and they say, thank you so much for doing this. I pay for my podcast to go out there. I pay for it to be produced. I make all my YouTubes. I do this. This is for free. However, here's what I do know is that I'm not here to be underpaid and undervalued either. I'm here to live a good life. I'm here to be able to buy the things that allow me to thrive so that I can heal my trauma, so that I can do the work that is going to set my descendants free, so that my daughter and her kids can live a different way than I've ever lived. These are my goals. And what is so beautiful is that I get to see this from my clients, right? Like my clients that work with me, shout out to my private client that I see on here. We're doing this work. And she said that she saw that her little girl that's very young felt comfortable selling her artwork because she says, Mama, this is what I see you do. If you're funny with your money, your kids are going to be funny with their money. Like we put this into our children's mind at a very young age. And it's not, hi Monique, yes, we got to live differently. So what I want to remind you all of is next week, I'm doing my 5-day Miracle Week. Last year, we only did it once. This year, we've done it, but it was so good. It was so powerful. I had so much fun. We get repeat people that do Miracle Week. We literally are like going to our heart for 5 days, and we're asking big questions. We're asking questions that you can't Google. We're tuning into information that we can't search up on a search engine, and we're feeling into what's real for us. Hi, Rebecca. I'm so glad that you're signed up. It's going to be beautiful. It's such a beautiful experience. And clients that have already done it, keep doing it because each time it's different. I'm channeling information and we're just working with whatever's, there in the group. But one thing I want you to know, thank you, Drea, for dropping that into this chat here on Instagram, is that it's free. And that if you surrender to it and if you do this with me, you're going to have a different feeling about money. You're going to change the way you feel about receiving money. You're going to feel differently about how you circulate money out into the world. And what I want you to know is that money can be a spiritual practice when you look at it as these are ways that I'm unwilling to suffer anymore. Me personally, if you've read my book, Oh Shift, my memoir, you know that I was up struggling and stressing about not having money to live. But not only that, I was in an abusive relationship that I felt like I had to stay in because I thought if I leave my daughter's father, I am going to not be able to afford life. I'm not going to be able to afford. How am I going to take care of my daughter? I had no skills, as I thought. I had no formal education. I felt like I was just worthless. I thought my source and supply was a college degree and someone giving me money, like a man. That's how lost and disconnected in money victimhood I was. What I learned through my spiritual journey and through waking up to my truth is that all of us are connected to the same source and supply. And when we begin to look at our money as a symbol to how do I relate to myself? How do I see myself as worthy, as valuable, as deserving? And we begin to flip these things upside down and say, I'm not going to believe that anymore. Maybe this was my mother's belief. Maybe this was my grandmother's belief. But now it's on me to decide to change this and to heal this. So I want to invite you to have an experiment with me for 5 days. It's a free experiment. You can come in, see if you like it. Try day 1. But I'll tell you this, if you give me these 5 days and you open your heart and you're willing to see something differently, especially your money, especially your self-worth, I guarantee that you are going to experience yourself differently on the other side, right? I say, like, there's so many books and teachings out there that are teaching people how to think and grow rich, and you're just thinking, you're over processing, you're stuck in your head. When you learn with me, I'm teaching you how to feel and grow rich. I want you to feel something differently. I want you to drop into your body and begin to listen to this guidance that's teaching you. We have this desire. And if we say yes to this desire, that desire is an access point. And I'm never going to know what's available to me if I don't step into this desire and allow this access point to be felt. So my friends, I can't wait to see you. If you're already signed up, let me know in one of the comments so that I can look for you in our session. I know that we have so many people. I think we have like literally a record number of people that have signed up already, which is really juicy and exciting. And I want to just let you know, invite your friends. This is one thing that we have to remember, that when we're doing this work and we do it on our own, here's what happens. We have a breakthrough and then we go back and we have dinner with our friends. We call up our girlfriends and they're like, you made how much money? How? Ugh, I went to school for this long and you're making this much money. Like, you'll start getting some funny things if your friends aren't doing this work actively with you. Hi, Hope. Is it Hope? I said I hope. Hi, Hope. I'm so excited to see you. Crystal Therapy. I am so excited to see you. So tag a friend that you know would really benefit from doing this. I'm going to say tag a mama, right? Like, I raised my daughter as a single mother. I know what it's like to feel like life is expensive. I don't even use that word anymore, but I'm going to use it for the sake of this. I know what it's like to feel like life is expensive. I also know what it's like to just have someone send me big lump sums of money. I'm talking about $20,000. Like, just sending me money because I get to be me and I get to show up as me in my power and a call that I have been able to learn and that I've invested in. And now I get to share this with others. So, hi. I don't want to mess up y'all's names, but it's like Instagram handles, right? So is it Yuck? I'm not going to do there. But the beautiful lady, the name starts with a Y. Let me know how to say your name, or let me know your name so I can recognize you. The reason I'm asking you all this is because next week when we go into this Facebook group and we're sharing and we're on Zoom and we're doing all the things, I want to know who's with me, because I'm going to watch to get to know you all. I love getting to know what you're up to. I love getting to know what you're afraid of when it comes to money. I love to hear what you're stressing about or where you feel blocked. And you're going to learn why we don't do that blocked thing anymore. We're not really blocked. You're going to find out all about that next week. So my friends, I'm sending you so much love. I have another client coming up. Brittany, I see you shared your friend Sarah over here on Facebook. Thank you for sharing. And here's the deal. Soon as someone signs up, as you ladies may have seen, I'm already sending you resources because I don't want you to wait till next week for your breakthrough. I don't want you to wait till next week. I want you to start having your breakthrough now. So I'm sending you podcasts, I'm sending you videos, I'm sending you things so that you can start having your aha moments now, and that you're primed and ready for when we're working together live next week, because I have to tell you, it's going to be so beautiful. It's really going to be beautiful. And it's all about journeying from head to heart and opening up to what's been here for you all along. Catherine, I love it. I'm so excited to see you. So my friends, I will see you soon. Until Monday, many blessings. And make sure that you check out the podcast that I put out this week. If you really want a fire lit under your ass about showing up for the things that are here available for you now, just give it a little listen. Moxie, the thread that we have here, this comment thread, there's a sign up link, but also in my bio, you'll find the sign up link as well. And then once you sign up, make sure that you look at your email, because I'm sending you some beautiful things so that you can start binging on the podcast right now. Start getting the information. There it is. Thanks, Drea. Start binging on this stuff now and start asking a bigger question as it pertains to money. I love it, Catherine. Let me know a podcast episode you would like to hear. If you let me know a podcast episode, I'll give it a recording this month or maybe early next month, and we'll get some out there for you. I love hearing from you all. All right, so my friends, ladies on Facebook and Instagram, and if you end up hearing this on my podcast or YouTube, hi. Join me for one of these things. And if you haven't already, I'll just put this out there too, the $10,000 workbook. If you haven't already listened to it, there's people that have literally gotten this book and have already hit their $10,000 month. They were like, I have an idea, I'm putting out a $3,000 package, just because they went through the process. Hi, Monica, so good to see you. Are you joining Miracle Week again? Because I know you were in Miracle Week last week, or last time we ran it, but you know, it's different every time. So my friends, all right, I gotta go. Love you. Mwah. Bye.